dear friends, masters, and gods, a very good evening to you all. Mahavatar TV warmly welcomes you to the 21 days free holistic wellness program, batch 22, day 3. So, before commencing the session, I would like to say pranams to you all and to our Guruji Raghunath sir, our Grandmaster Mahashi Patriji, to our great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and to all the great Grandmasters and to the universe. So, today's topic is the role of negative ions in our life. So, by Raghunath sir, sir will be joining at 9:30. So we'll be doing meditation first. So from today onwards, so we'll be doing silent meditation also. So in the duration of 30 minutes, first 20 minutes will be meditation will be with music, and the last 10 minutes will be without music. So this silent meditation practice has been implemented in all our other groups. So we are following this silent meditation. We are implementing. So I will be guiding with the silent meditation. So, masters, let's all do Anapanasati meditation. So, that is 2500 years old powerful Buddhist technique that focuses on mindful thoughts to cultivate concentration, calm, and insight. So, Anapanasati is Ana means in breathe, Apana means out breathe, Sati means with the to be with the breath. So, we'll be doing meditation for the first 20 minutes with music and the last 10 minutes without music. Right, masters? Remove your spectacles if you are wearing any. Just keep them aside. Drink a glass of water before you start meditating. Keep another glass of water ready with you, beside you, so that you can have after the session. Switch off the lights in your room. It will create a peaceful atmosphere around you. Create a calm and peaceful environment around you. Sit comfortably in the Sukhasana, on the mat or on the floor. You can sit on the chair also with your legs crossed like this. Sit comfortably in Sukhasana, already comfortable position. If you are sitting on the chair, you can cross your legs like this. Keep your back straight and relaxed. Keep your hands clasped like this. It is interlocking fingers of one hand with the other. Position is like this. Rest them on your thighs. Keep your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes gently. Just focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale. Be present with each breath. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your breath. Don't try to control your breath, just observe it. The focus is not to control the breath, but to observe it with mindfulness. So in this process, you may get any distractions, just ignore them. Simply return your focus to the breath. Ignore the thoughts, cut the thoughts, and come back to the breath. Be patient and kind to yourself as you may bring your mind back again and again to the breath. I'll play calming music for the first 20 minutes. The last 10 minutes will be the silent meditation masters. Right. I'll play music masters. Helps you to focus and relax. Masters, the last 1 minute. Masters, now will be doing silent meditation for the 10 minutes. Masters, the last 1 minute. Feel the breath. Feel the breath coming in and going out. Slowly bring your attention back to the body consciousness. The last 10 seconds. And we count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now gently rub your hands together, generating warmth and energy. Masters, when you are ready, place your palms over your eyes and feel the soothing trigger for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently open your eyes, Masters. You have completed beautiful, wonderful meditation. Let's clap together. Right. Well done, Masters. So today's topic is role of negative ions in our life. So we have Master Ranganath sir here. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Okay, masters. My dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, namaste to all of you. My sincere pranams to my beloved Guruji, our beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji. My sincere salutations to the our beloved Grandmaster, Mahavatar Babaji. Yes. So we have completed wonderful meditation. As usual, so we'll have the sharing of wisdom today. But today, as Lucas mentioned, the role of negative ions. I've been learning this subject for quite some time, probably last 2 months. Every month there are two sessions at least. Right. Overall, knowing about negative ions here, everybody knows. Who doesn't know, just message me. Message chat box. Who are new to learning this negative ions, please message here.
You know that, type yes, if not, no, in the chat box. Masters.
Yeah. Who have been attending last classes, they know that. Who are not attending last classes, they just join newly. Just message it so that I will come to know how many people doesn't know here. What happened? All these new people or old people, old masters? Bhagyalakshmi, Anthony, Vivo, Suresh, Natraj.
These are new masters.
Yeah. You have to switch on the videos also. Why you're not switching on the videos, I don't know. Once meditation is completed, you must switch on the video. Keep your video on, okay? Right. Natrajan, Bhagyalakshmi, Anthony, Vivo, Suresh. Hmm? Right. Okay. Lokesh, any idea whether these people are attending here or they are not there? They are here. Hmm?
No, sir. These are new masters, sir.
Yeah, but they should they should show up, or otherwise they should message, or if they are available here, they should message. No, at least they should respond by message, isn't it? Yes, Deepika.
No. Right, masters. If you are aware with the topic, you can type yes. If not, you can type the chat box. So, Bhagalakshmi, madam. Yes.
See,
So,
if they are there, I want either message, or otherwise just open this video and show up and then talk. Nothing is going on. What do we need to understand? Be sincere while learning. Okay.
the remaining masters, you just type in the chat box, or you can show up with the video and you can say yes or no.
Right. Okay. Right. So, my dear friends, in the earlier class, in the part of negative ends, we learned when we visit anybody who is suffering in the hospital, who is hospitalized, how do we supply the negative ions to him so that he becomes well? That's what we discussed thoroughly. Okay. And there are many other things we discussed. Due to animals, how we'll get negative ions. By massage, how we can do, how we can get the negative ions. A lot of methods which we discussed, isn't it? Similarly, the source of negative ions are many. Okay. But this subject is very, very unique and very useful and very, very helpful for the many people, right? That we need to understand. That is why we are thoroughly learning this very deeply. In every class, we try to learn some of the unique sources for the negative ions or negative electrons. Now today we learn about negative ions through indoor plants. What are the indoor plants? What do they do? How do they help us in getting the more amount of negative ions? That's very important. So the negative ions here will be something like, the plants, first of all, they prepare themselves. They produce the negative ions with respect to the process so-called photosynthesis, isn't it? All we know about photosynthesis, the plant will prepare the glucose in it. So by the way of photosynthesis, using water and some of the minerals from the ground, and then sunlight basically, and CO2 which is available widely in the environment. With this photosynthesis happens, with which it also prepares negative ions with it. That's very important. Now, when you keep them in your house or wherever, they clean up your air, right? Your environment. How do they clean up? Like, for example, you go to any house nowadays, let me tell you, we have discussed in the earlier chapters also, earlier sessions. Any house you go, so there's a small particulate matter. It's called PM 2.5 micron. It's called particulate matter 2.5 micron size, which you can't see with your eyes, but it exists. That's what we breathe in. When you go into the house, we breathe in. In fact, we are breathing such a kind of a dust, and this PM 2.5 micron level dust we are breathing in. And we are breathing along with that, of course, oxygen, nitrogen, and some other gases. Generally, when you research about the air should contain 71% of nitrogen, 28% of oxygen in it, remaining 1% of carbon dioxide and some other gases. But what happened nowadays, the along with the nitrogen, there are other things are getting added up. What are the other things, like dust, and the dust from the fumes of the vehicles, the dust which is or 2.5 micron size of this so-called dust particles from the fumes of the vehicles, from the the dust produced by the construction industries, right? Building construction, whatever, and the so-called the so micron level dust which is produced by the industrial waste, industrial fumes comes out, right? So with all these things, what's happening is any house you go in the morning when you are cleaning up your tables and all your different articles in your house, isn't it? So they're all coated with one small fine dust layer, which you can definitely see, especially in as in like a metropolitan cities like Bangalore and Chennai or whatever. You can definitely find it, no doubt. You may also find in different cities. I don't know an idea, but I'm trying to tell this. So this kind of dust will be arrested if you have a plants within your house, right? They are the plants. What they do, they generate negative ions. They release into the atmosphere in your house. If you use indoor plants, I'm telling you. And then what happens? The dust which is just circulating in your house from the atmosphere, it enters into the house also through windows or whatever, right? Then, so these negative ions coming out of indoor plants will attract that positive ions. All the dust, so-called this so-called this dust, the dust particles, all this so-called the wastage available within the atmosphere. All this is called negative, positive. They are all positive ions. So as they are positive ions, they'll be getting attracted by negative ions of the indoor plants what they generate. Then the dust will settle. It doesn't circulate in the air, at least it will settle. Maybe it will settle on the floor, on the table, or whatever, wherever it may be. As it is settling down, it doesn't inhale through your so-called the respiration. It doesn't enter into the so-called respiratory organs or respiratory the system, which doesn't cause any kind of allergies. Otherwise, asthma, allergy, like continuous sneezing and whatnot. So many things will may happen in the future. Remember this point very carefully. So that is why. So what we need to do, along with that, what happened? The negative ion generators, right? Negative ion generators are many in our house. For example, if you see carpet, right, which are made up of with a lot of chemical materials, you can see probably the coating on the so-called furniture and paint on the walls and fragrances what you use and spray what you use and kind of a the the cleaning purpose what are the different kind of a chemicals what you use, right? Everything generates the so-called positive ions into the atmosphere. That is why we are almost like living in the like a pool of negative positive ions. In order to settle them down, always try to have. Earlier, I told in the last chapter, in the last session, I explained about placing crystals wherever possible. Placing crystals will also make sure that it releases continuously the negative ions so that all these positive ions will be arrested. Understand? Similarly, today in our topic, what we are trying to say is use the indoor plants like how you place the crystals, isn't it? Same way, use the indoor plants in order to arrest this kind of so the all unnecessary particles and especially the positive ions in the atmosphere. So of course they generate the freely negative charges, ionic oxygen also. Fresh oxygen will come. One thing is fresh oxygen is available for you. Abundant oxygen also to be generated. Secondly, you also have along with that negative ions which will take away all the positive ions. Then obviously what happen, your breath becomes slower and it will detox, it will detox very faster and you become more electric because you need as you get more negative ions from these indoor plants, you become more electric. So that is why. So what we need to do is for the indoor plants purpose, what kind of plants we can use that we need to know. So especially the plants should be lower maintenance and cheaper. For that, what we have is like snake and spider plant. Snake and spider plant. This you try to use it. So what will happen if this will be cheaper and low maintenance? So use this, and then so obviously it will take care of all the this removal of all the positive ions from the inner environment of your house, especially. And place these plants as much as wherever you sleep. For example, in the bedroom, right? In the bedroom, keep it more. And even you can decorate around the house, and at the edges of the house, at the edges of all around the house. Otherwise, inside the room also, around the room, and in fact, keep more plants at the base where you place your head and sleep. For example, if you are placing your head to the so-called east, or whichever the direction you face, right? Generally we prefer to have, like, generally we say that west and like south or whatever, these directions, right? So when you are placing head near to the head, keep more indoor plants. That is much better. Okay, so it will recharge you faster, right? Morning when you wake up, you feel so fresh and more energetic. This is what we need to understand, friends, about the so-called indoor plants, how they source negative ions. Right? So the snake and spider plant, I'm giving you two, right? So purchase them and keep it. Right. Now let's understand the one more, the concern basically, that is about electromagnetic field radiation. Right? What can we do about it? We need to understand. So what is all about this so-called electromagnetic radiation? This electromagnetic field radiation is the high frequency radiation which is happening nowadays with respect to Wi-Fi's, cell phone tower, all these things, right? Which is happening too much, in the basically in the environment, which is continuously they are the continuous generators of so-called positive ions. So let's see. So in the house itself, you have laptops, you have different PC monitors, right? Different, of course, devices, a lot of electronic gadgets which will continuously work on the EMF field, right? So all these things is very, very important, friends. So what will happen is, so these things will be continuously generating a the positive ions, right? So in the night time when you are sleeping, as I mentioned, so like night time when you are sleeping, you must switch off all that, right? Without you doing it, definitely what happen? If you don't switch off your Wi-Fi router, or of course some of the people are living very close to the Wi-Fi cell tower itself. I mean, not Wi-Fi, cell tower. So the cell tower is going to generate bombarding lot of positive ions into the atmosphere. The people who are just closer by living, their sleep will be completely disturbed. They won't get proper sleep because this will be bombarding the positive ions into the atmosphere. They'll be completely charged with the positive ions. They are sleepless, their health will damage, all that will happen. So what happens is, if you want to understand how closely you are connected to, how closely you are staying to the cell tower, and how closely you are, exposing to yourself to the higher amount of radiation, what we need is you purchase EMF meter, so-called ORP meter. It is available. So in the Amazon also, you purchase it. Then you can measure whenever you wanted how much radiation I am continuously exposed to, right? Which is very, very easy. Now, like you can just buy and measure. Wherever you are there, just measure it. You will understand what kind of exposure I am taking continuously. So, understanding that, what happens, you will be able to take care, right? You'll be able to reduce and the exposure, especially at the night. So, limit the use of all the blue screen devices, right? All the blue screen devices, limit it. What are the blue screen devices? Your mobile phones, computer, the like laptops, computers, and LED TVs, LED TV or whatever, a television. All these are blue screen devices. They'll be generating continuous the so-called the blue screen, that radiation will be keep coming, which is also in fact the positive ions. They emit continuously. They emit. Understand? So that's how it's happening, friends. And also, what do they do is, so they, especially this, all this radiation, whatever it comes, right, which will be trying to disturb, right? So they'll be trying to disturb your nighttime sleep by so-called disturbing the circadian clock of your body. Circadian clock of your body will be disturbed, and especially they are the killer of so-called melatonin production also. That we'll try to understand now in little more extensively. So we'll try to understand that. So this how the so-called the melatonin is a best antioxidant. It's a best antioxidant, and it's nothing but highest amount of the so-called negative ion also. Melatonin is the best antioxidant, and it's a negative ion that will be stopped produced. It will be stopped to produce because of this particular thing. And now, so what will happen is, because of this, your health will be reduced, your health will be damaged, and you lead to a lot of other diseases like cancer and many other diseases, right? Because melatonin is not produced properly. It's an antioxidant and it is a detoxify agent, right? So that's how it's going to disturb. So always try to be away from this, highest amount of radiation. In fact, imagine in the recent times, they have started 5G services also, 5G services. In the 5G services, you can imagine, so like, we are living under the flood of this, all the, so-called electromagnetic field radiation. Continuously, wherever you are in the, maybe you are in the mountain, now it has gone to the mountain also, forest also. You are in the forest, you are in the house, you are in the office, you are everywhere, anywhere. You are walking, sleeping, sitting, wherever you are bombarded with the so-called positive ions into your body. That's how you see now the situation is so tense and so stressed. What happens if positive ions enters into your body? It creates a lot of stress. Understand? It create lot of stress and it will de-energize you, right? All the positive ions will de-energize you. It will in fact steal the electrons from your body. It will remove the electrons from your body. Then obviously you become so so weak. Your energy will come down and you don't feel like energetic also. And all this will happen. Nowadays you are seeing the like hospitals are growing like anything. Hospitals are growing everywhere in the cities and even small towns. Wherever you go in the recent times, the number of hospitals are rising like anything, rising day by day and week by week, month on month. Why? The reason is this kind of radiation is too much now. It is prevalent in the name of technical advancement, in the name of the advancement in so-called the latest technology. We are exposed, we are forcefully exposed to this. Nobody can avoid it. In fact, it's a big business. Understand? But it is a too dangerous thing, right? Too dangerous thing. Now we need to really avoid. We should take care of ourselves. We should protect from ourselves. We should protect ourselves from these kind of the unwanted radiations, unnatural high frequency waves, the radiation. We must avoid. We must protect ourselves not to expose much. At least by switching off, routers, cell phones, night in the night time. At least, do all this. Make as a practice. Understand? Okay. Now let's go to the important topic. Another important aspect today. We'll try to discuss and then we'll close the today's session. What is it? It is all about negative ions and melatonin. What is melatonin? How it will be generated in our body? Let's understand more about this. So, friends, in order to be healthy, right? In order to be healthy, what we need is highest amount of negative ions in our body. So, melatonin, right? So, if anybody is getting good melatonin in his body at the night time, you will be definitely optimally, you'll be healthy. No doubt about it. There won't be any diseases. But at the same time, what happened is, as I told you, this is a best antioxidant. This will sweep out all the free radicals within your body. Imagine when the free radicals are removed, all the free radicals are positive ions. They are the source of any kind of a disease within the physical body. Free radicals will be, they'll be like they'll be roaming in the blood. They'll be roaming in the blood. They are the toxins. They are the source of any kind of a illness within your physical body. All these free radicals will be swept out. They are swept out, and all these negative ions. That sort of best negative ion, best antioxidant is melatonin, right? So this will be generated in the night time, right? And in the recent times, what happened? They studied about this melatonin, and in the broad way, widespread way, they found that, right, the diseases like a dreadful diseases like cancer can be cured with this, right? If the people are able to maintain their melatonin levels in the night time beyond certain time, I'll explain you. So then what will happen is, even there is a cancer within the body, that will be also removed. You will come out of the cancer also. Small diseases, that's a very easy. But even the cancer can be cured just by having enough amount of melatonin in our blood, right? What do we need to do for this? Let's discuss about this, right? So what happens is, because nowadays, as we are violating this, we see lot of hospitals, lot of doctors are growing. Day by day it's growing. You can't really control it. Why it's happening? Because we are violating and we are unable to have more amount of melatonin in the ways what we what we don't follow. So let's understand how do we get more melatonin in our body. The first thing, whenever you are eating food, you should eat the food before 7 o'clock, right? So before 7 o'clock, we have to eat the food. If you try to eat natural food, that's much better. If not, 6, 7 o'clock in between, eat some, even cooked food also, little, not heavily, little food. Then, of course, from 7, even by 7, you will have the so-called Jatragni, which will burn, which will digest. Then from 7 to 10, in between, it will be completely digested, and then you become empty stomach. You'll get empty stomach. At 10, you must sleep. Okay. If you go to the bed exactly 10, switching off all the lights. You have to switch off all the lights, switch off the router, switch off the cell phones. Cell phones, even if it is, they have to be put in the airplane mode, right? Do all this thing. When you do this thing, what will happen? This much, if you take care, then the melatonin production will be definitely so much better, right? So then that melatonin will be produced within your body. How it is produced? Let me tell you. Whenever there is no light, there is no kind of any radiation around you. When there is no light, what happened? You are going for the sleep now at 10 o'clock. When you close the eyes, so eyes are the detectors of the lighting around you, isn't it? So if it is, suppose you are keep working even to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, what happened? Your eyes will be detecting your retina will detect the light around you. When the light goes inside the eyes, then that signaling will be done. The communication will go to the pineal gland. Pineal gland, what it does is, it knows only one thing. When there is no light around you, when there is no light received through your retina, it will understand that it's nothing but night and it's a dark. So there is no lighting or no lighting is received through retina. Then what will happen is, it will start producing melatonin. Until then, it will not produce. Even if you keep sunlight or artificial light, whatever it may be around you, if you keep your eyes open, The moment eye is open, you receive whatever the light it may be, either artificial or sunlight. It enters retina, then that signaling will go to pineal gland. Pineal gland will not produce the melatonin. It will produce only serotonin because it understands that it's an active time. It is a time you are working. If you are working, what do you need? If you want to be alert, if you are working, if you want to be alert, what kind of chemical you need? What kind of messenger you need? What kind of hormone you need? You need serotonin. It's must to keep you alert. But what happened now? At 12 o'clock also, we are awakeful. Around us, lot of lights. You are in the night shift. You are working in the night shift, night hours. And you are switched on all the lights and still you are working. Then obviously the melatonin will not be produced. Once the melatonin doesn't produce and it doesn't enter into your blood, right? So obviously you won't get sleep. Remember this point very carefully. So in order to get sleep, friends, try to understand. In order to get sleep, what is required is melatonin has to be generated by pineal gland. It has to enter into the blood. Okay. The moment it enters into the blood, it goes to all the organs. It will signal all the organs, start the detoxification process also. It is the messenger to signal every organ in your body, start the detoxification process. It's a time for detoxification. You see how useful this is. Why I said that your cancer can be cured by so-called this antioxidant. The reason is it is going to remove all the free radicals. It's going to cause the detoxification process around every organ in the night time. When every organ is getting cleaned, then by morning all are so all have been detoxified. Then obviously toxins are moved out through your so-called the stools. Then you will be healthy, obviously, isn't it? So that's how all the dreadful diseases also will go out. That is why. So friends, here early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy and strong and wise. This is the point you need to make and understand. So here, even if you are forced to work or if you are duty bound to work, even after 8 p.m., what you must do? You must wear the blue screen or blue blocking glasses. You buy something. So I have one blue blocking glasses. I bought it actually like this. It's like this. Okay. So these are blue blocking glasses. It is available. You search in the internet. Okay. Sorry, you search in the Go this Amazon. It is available. So-called blue blocking glasses. You search, you will get it. So what this is blue blockers. The blue blockers. What do they do is they will avoid all the frequencies. They will only supply. Yes, they will supply the so-called red frequencies to you. Red frequencies eyes can see, no problem. It doesn't damage. Okay, so it doesn't harm also. So this is how we need to do. They are they are cheap and best. You can definitely get in Amazon. Try to take it. If you are forced to work after 8 p.m. also, I'm telling you. Otherwise, if you are not working beyond 8 p.m. and you are switching off all the lights, all the gadget, everything, don't worry. No need of these glasses also. Okay. So that's how we need to do. And so when all these conditions are met, obviously what happened? And this especially you are going to the sleep at right time and your EMF radiation is not there and you are wearing these blue blockers, whatever it is, right? So your melatonin, obviously it will rise, right? It will raise the melatonin. Melatonin, once it is raised, your breath will slow down. So melatonin being a negative ion, as you know very well. And there is one more thing. So this is a new point which I learned also, When the negative ion produced, right, the melatonin produced, in the night time when you sleep, after everything switched off and then you are going into sleep, your body will get chill also. That's how Even like, you take the blanket and you wear the blanket. Why do you wear the blanket in the night time? You feel chill. Who is going to do that? That situation will be aroused because of melatonin. See, such a, like it's all this, the wisdom. It's a wisdom of the body. Imagine the body is such a miraculous machine designed by Creator, right? So such is the power of the body. So here melatonin causes the kind of a chillness within the body. That's how we wear the blanket, and then we enter. The moment you are getting into sleep, then the chill will come inside the body. So that small shivering will have come, no? The chill will come. Then that's why we wear the blanket and then go into the sleep, deep sleep. This is what's happening, right? So then only you feel sleepy also. You feel sleepy because of the chill, and then you wear the blanket, and when there is a melatonin which is inside your blood, this is happening. So that means the nature ways of supplying the abundant amount of negative ions, so called this melatonin production, is only through the sleep, the best sleep what we get. Understand? So there is one saying that, like the large number of current cancers and entire diseased, what are the different diseases, all this can be completely wiped out, in a very short time, if everybody follow these things and they make sure they make sure to produce the enough amount of melatonin within their bodies. You can see that all these hospitals, everything will go out. Hospitals, doctors, nobody will be required. If everybody follow this, the so-called producing negative ions in a proper way through the right amount of production of melatonin within our blood. Understand? So, okay, friends. So this is what I would like to explain for today. So hope you all understood. So thanks for listening. Namaste. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. Right, masters, if you have any queries, you can ask. So, sir, any indoor plants are only particularly this spider and snake, sir?
So these are the two the best plants which are helpful. Okay, cheap and best and low maintenance. Other things, other indoor plants, yes, you can use to generate more oxygen or whatever. So express yourself what you understood, and you have any questions, you can ask. Yes, Deepika.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful information. Today I came to know because of melatonin, we feel chillness in the body before sleep, and we will pull on the blanket and then feel cozy, and then we'll go to deep in sleep. So I was thinking for like maybe that's because the blood pressure level, everything will becomes normal, so we feel chill. But today I came to know the important thing about the melatonin, and you taught us very well about the importance and benefits of melatonin, and how important is like we need to go to bed early, so early bed and early rise. That's thing. And in the previous classes, sir, like you told, to gaze at the sunlight in the during the sunset time and the sunrise time, right? So I experienced a good experience. I had a good experience that. So when it is like 20 minutes to the sunset timing, I started glazing, and the sun looked really great. I had a wonderful miracle experience, like. When I was looking at the sun, I saw the back space behind the sun, and the sun, like I felt like sun. It's like looking like a moon, and there was a ring rotating. And from there, when I continued looking at that continuously for 3 days, I saw the waves, colorful waves coming from the sun. uh, I felt like my eyesight something has improved, like the power to look at many colors has improved. that I had a wonderful experience, sir. Thank you so much.
Great, great. You have done a wonderful experiment by yourself.
Yeah.
So like
And
that.
every day I'm looking for the sunset, and if there is cloud in the morning also, afternoon also, I was praying to the clouds, please give me the way to see the sun, and it's happening.
Oh,
By during the sunset time, the clouds are getting clear, and I'm looking the sunset. Then I felt that's a great experience, sir.
okay,
And
great.
yeah,
Everybody,
whenever it's
everybody should try to experiment what we discussed here. So today also we have many of the things we are taking home, right? So do
yeah,
experiment and use it. See the blue blocking glasses. It's also very important.
yes, sir.
Probably how many of you have it, I don't know, but use it whenever you are, working, facing computer, facing gadget, whatever. Just wear it so that it avoid so-called the blue radiation coming into your eyes and entering into your body. At least the eyes, especially. So likewise, there are many things which we discuss in every class. Note down, follow it, and educate others also around you, isn't it? Yes. Anybody else would like to speak, or otherwise you would like to express? Deepthi, Rajsekhar, Kalpana, Hemant. At least open your videos or switch on your audio. At least speak. Raise your hand. Why is nobody is raising hand also?
Sir, sir,
Yeah.
sir, this blue blocked glasses, sir, blue blocking glasses, that will produce our strains to eyes, sir.
Yeah. It will produce. It will avoid the straining of eyes. The
Yes,
blue radiation which goes into you, that increases the positive ions basically. Okay.
yes, sir.
Wear them. Then you feel so like cool around your eyes. Coolness.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The morning time also we can wear, sir.
Every time. Every time. As and when you are facing the blue screen.
Yes, sir. That
Yeah.
is TV screen, and we are facing the TV screen.
TV and computer
Yeah, yes,
and mobile, everything.
laptop screen also.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thanks, sir.
right. So here the masters have to speak. They knew whether they are newly joined here or they already know this. They have to speak.
Sir,
In all the languages, they are so communicative. If you see our other language channels, right? We have 5 language channels. So they are like they'll be waiting to talk immediately. Even so, wonderful sessions will go on here, but they'll not speak. I don't know what is the problem. Yeah. Yes.
sir, one simple question. My kids, like whenever it rains, they'll go into the grass, and during sunrise, sunset, they're looking at the sun. But my son was asking, why is it that name negative ions? That sounds something negative. Is there any other name?
Okay. Negative means it's a negative charge. Okay. Negative charge. For example, we have a negative nadi, Chandra nadi, on the left side. Okay. It's called Chandraswara. So in Swara Vijnana we teach. This is actually left nostril, the breath which goes in comes out. This is actually Chandra nadi. This is a negative. This is a positive. This is a negative. This is a positive. We have negative, positive. And center, that's called Susumna. It is neutral. Okay. Everywhere it is there. Everywhere it is required. So if you go into the atom, right? If you dissect the atom, you find, of course, in the orbits outside, around the nucleus, right? In the orbits, all the electrons are rotating. They are negative. Their charge is negative. Inside, if you go the nucleus, if you open it, so I mean in the center of the nucleus, what you find is protons and neutrons. Neutrons are neutral, and protons are positive charged. Of course, protons are heavily mass oriented. Electrons are light in weight. So that's why they leave and come. They go outside, they come inside. If they go outside, it's become positive ion. That atom become positive ion. If the electrons comes extra from outside to into the orbits of the particular atom, then this atom will become a negative ion. That's all how it works. That is the theory. We must understand. So that's how a atom can become a positive ion or a negative ion. So negative ion will have abundant and ample amount of electrons. Positive ions have got a shortage or scarcity of the electrons. That's it. That's what we need to understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So negative means it doesn't refer to the negativity here. Negative, it refers to negative charge. That's all.
Yes.
Right. I think somebody messaged. Right. Okay. At least some message has come from the, like, black screen. Right. Anyway. Okay. So if no questions, we'll be closing the session now. Right? Okay. So thank you so much, friends. Thank you. Good night. Dhanyavad.
Let's thank Universe and Mahavatar Foundation for giving us this platform to learn wisdom from many masters. And let's thank all the masters who have attended the session. Thank you. So please don't miss the session tomorrow. See you all tomorrow.